Welcome to Cynwall Elf Terrain 10B. We ran out of space on the memory card, so while the pictures were downloading, I went ahead and finished half of it. We still need to do just a little bit of embellishment, but that's more or less what it's going to look like with all the foliage on it. So here's what you do. You paint on your glue. You want to let the glue dry really good after you put the flock on it, but we don't have time for that, so we're just going to plow through. Then you take your scoop, scoop up your flock here, and you put it on. Normally you can't do a whole thing all at once. There you go. That's our flock on there. And since the models have static grass on them and I want them to blend in with the display, I've also got to put some static grass on here too. Now I'm only going to put on little patches. So once again, I get some glue on there, and this I'll have to do in much smaller areas. I can't put glue over the whole thing, you know, in spots here and there, and then get my static grass on. Okay, so here's what you do. You just take some static grass, you haystack it on, gently put on a big old mound of it there, and then I shake it off. And there's some static grass. Now for bushes, what you do is you grab some glue gun and you just put on a little spot where you want your bush. You can't put this on top of the static grass or flock, especially if it's wet, if the glue is still wet. And then I just gently push on a little bush. Now for the trees, I can use the same thing. I can put on a little bit of glue spots. I like to put it in the little V-shaped portions of the tree. Now, unfortunately, glue gun's going to give you this little spider web things, but that's okay. Those come off in the natural course of just doing the project. They tend to get bumped off. So I put my foliage on my trees. I also went to my local craft shop and I picked up some of these little fern looking things. So once again, with my hot glue, I'm going to find a spot where I want to put them, and maybe like a sort of vine creeping up the edge here. Put some hot glue on the end, stick it down in. These have wire skeletons, so you can kind of manipulate them how you like. I'm not sure how well the ferns are with what's more or less sort of a deciduous mountainous forest region, but